ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम। सुमुखश्च एकदन्तश्च कपिलो गजकर्णकः लम्बोदरश्च विकटो विघ्नराजो विनायकः धूमकेतुर्गणाध्यक्षः फालचन्द्रो गजाननः वक्रतुण्डः शूर्पकर्णो हेरम्बः स्कन्दपूर्वजः शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये यस्य विरलवक्त्राभ्याः पारिषद्भ्याः परस्तथं विघ्नं निघ्नन्ति सततं विश्वक्सेनं तमाश्रये। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुसाक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय कृष्णाय अक्लिष्टकारिणे नमो वेदान्तवेद्याय गुरवे बुद्धिसाक्षिणे कृष्णद्वैपायनं व्यासं सर्वभूतहिते रतं वेदाब्जभास्करं वन्दे समाधिनिलयं मुनिं जन्माद्यस्य यतः अन्वयात् यत्रतश्च अर्थेषु अभिज्ञः तेने ब्रह्महृदायः आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत् सूरयः तेजोवारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि धर्मः प्रोचितकैतवोऽत्र परमो निर्मत्सराणां सतां वेद्यं वास्तवम् अत्र वस्तु शिवदं तापत्रयोन्मूलनं श्रीमद्भागवते महामुनिकृते किं वा परैरीश्वरः सद्यो हृदि अवरुध्यतेः अत्र कृतिभिः शुश्रूषिभिः तत्क्षणात् निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं सुखमुखात् अमृतद्रवसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिकाः भुवि भावुकाः नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयम् उदीरयेत्. Now with Bhagwan's grace we will pick up Adhyayam 33 in Skandham number 3. This is the final part of Kapila Upadesam. Kapila we saw in Adhyayam 32. It's concluded his teaching, and now in 33, the beginning, Devahuti, the ardent student, faithful student with Vinayam, with Shraddha, listening very carefully what Bhagavan told her. Now start praising Bhagavan, Stuti, the hymn of praise. This is important. And that's Slokam 1 through 8 it will be. So let us begin with Slokam number 1. Maitreya Uvacha Evam निशम्य कपिलस्य वचः जनित्री सा कर्दमस्य दयिता किल देवहूतिः विसृष्ट मोहपटला तम् अभिप्रणम्य तुष्टाव तत्त्वविषयाङ्गित सिद्धिभूमिम्. मैत्रेय उवाच एवं निशम्य कपिलस्य वचः जनित्री सा कर्दमस्य दयिता किल देवहूतिः विसृष्ट मोहपटला तम अभिप्रणम्य तुष्टाव तत्व विषयांगित सिद्धि भूमिम. कपिलस्य एवं वचः. Kapilas evam vachah, these words, vachah means words, but actually Upadesam in this case. Nisamya, listening to it, after having listening to it. Janitri, his mother. Kardamasya Dayita, the wife of Kardama Prajapati. Sa Devahuti, that Devahuti, that person by the name Devahuti. Visrasta, removed, completely removed. Moha Patalaha, Patala means screen, a terai, we say in Tamil. Okay? The Moham illusion that Swami says, like Shri Baba says, told the devotee, you do one small thing, he says, yes Swami, why don't you remove that curtain, that screen between you and me? That is a moha. Okay? And that's where Bhagavan is hiding behind that. We have to look for him, not look at the screen, but look for him. Then the screen will be removed. So, Visrasta Moha Patalaha. The illusion, the delusion, the Maya, the screen of Maya has been removed after having listened to him because she listened very carefully, attentively. She imbibed everything, not just through the ears, but through the heart. So that is the illusion removed, as Krishna asks Arjuna at the end of Bhagavad Gita the same thing. And Arjuna says the same thing. My delusion is gone, is what he says. Same thing. So Visrasta Moha Patalaha. The delusion gone. Tattva Vishayangita Siddha Bhumin. Tattva Vishaya Angita. So what is it that has got the subject of Tattvam? Tattvam means truth, Satyam. Okay? What is it? And so that is only Satyam is only there. There's nothing else. Everything comes out of Satyam, sustained by Satyam, and finally dissolves in Satyam only. The only thing that is there is Satyam, the Purnam, whatever name we call it, that Prema, right? So Tattva Vishayangita Siddha Bhumi. Siddha Bhumi. Siddha means fulfillment. Bhumi means not just ground. The place, the padam, for lack of better words, the place where everything gets fulfilled, place from which there is no return, right? The permanent abode. That is Siddha Bhumi, where everything is fulfilled. Everything is fulfilled means what? There is no desire, period. And how can there be no desire when there is no feeling of two? There is only complete Advaitam, only one. When they are completely one with Prema, there is no desire. So that Siddha Bhumi, Tattva Vishayangita Siddha Bhumi, and who is this? What is this Vaikuntham? What is this place of no return? That is Kapila Bhagavan. And what did he do? Tattva Vishayangita Siddha Bhumi, one who just taught the Tattvam, all the subject matters pertaining to the truth. We call it Sankhya Yogam, Bhakti Yogam, Jnana Yogam. These are all our words. Point is, truth is only one. There is no difference between Sankhya Yogam, Bhakti Yogam, Jnana Yogam, Karma Yogam. There is no difference at all. These are all our intellect trying to fool us. There is only one. And that one who gave the teaching of this. And who can give the teaching? Only the teacher. The teacher has to know. The only person who knows can only impart knowledge. That's Siddha Bhumi. Tam, that Kapila Bhagavan, to him, Abhipranamya. Abhipranamya. Pranamya means Namaskaram, Sashtanga Namaskaram. Abhipranamya, circumambulate. Do Pradakshinam. And then do Sashtanga, not only Sashtanga Namaskaram, as Tyagaraja Bhagavata says, Sirasa, Manasa, Sirasa. Both are important. Bite completely bend with humility and vinayam, and with the body, and completely surrendering her heart to him. Arpanam, everything is arpanam to him. That is Abhipranam. See, she did that after having listened to his teaching, and she circumambulated, went around him, did namaskaram, and offered her whole self to him. Abhipranamya. Then Tushtava, she started praising him. This is what happens to all the bhaktas. Bhagavan, when you see him and when you interact with him, it's impossible not to praise him. Impossible. Even the worst of the worst will start praising. Somebody does it, not that she's worst of the worst. She says, I'm absolutely not educated. Every bhakta, only all the rishis, Kunti, we can't have anybody. When you come in contact with that tattvam, that satyam, that truth, that prema, that selfless love, you will only start praising. Not because he wants your praise, because it comes out unasked for. Tushtava, stuti, we say, right? Stuti means this is the true praise. We praise ourselves. All the, it's like you did a great job, you did this, you spoke well, you sang well. So many things we praise among ourselves. That all we should stop. honestly. But nowadays everybody seems to want it. But the only praiseworthy entity is Bhagavan. Now, if I praise someone, seeing Bhagavan in him, that is beautiful. But this is what she did. So, Maitreya Uvacha, Evam Nisamya Kapilasya Vachaha Janitri Sa Kardamasya Daita Khila Devahutihi Visrastha Moha Patala Tam Abhipranamya Tushtava Tatta Vishayangita Siddhi Bhuvim Devahuti Uvacha. This is what Maitreya said. Maitreya said this is what she did. Now, what does Devahuti say? Devahuti Uvacha. Devahuti says, Atha api ajaha anta salile sayanam bhuta indriya artha atmavayam vapuhute guna pravaham sat asesha bijam dhavyau swayam yat jatara abjajataha. Devahuti uvacha atha api ajaha anta salile sayanam bhuta indriya artha atmamayam vapuhute guna pravaham sat asesha bijam dhabhyau swayam yat jatar abjajataha. She says, Swami, the abjajataha, the ajaha means without one who is not born, because he came out of the Bhagavan's navel. That Brahma, what did he do? When he did his meditation, dhyanam, dhabhyau, meditated for what? 1,000 years, it said, Prabha years, right? We saw that. And then what did he see? He only saw how your form, from that is where everything was latent and potent, that had, you were lying down there in the cosmic universe with everything latent in your womb, that had the bhutangal, the gross material, indriyangal, the senses, the astam, the sense object, atmamayam, the mind, everything, devapuhu, that was your body. That's what he saw. Now, padarthangal. Yat jatara abjachataha, which abjam means lotus. Okay, jataha means coming out of, born out of that. Yet jatara, whose nabhi, the lotus stem came and lotus flower came. Ajaha api, that Brahmadeva also, api, he also. What could he also mean? That means he could see only your form of the cosmic universe. He could only do meditation, dhyanam on that. But he could not really merge with you, being one with you. Because we saw earlier how even Brahma had ahamkara. Right? We saw that. So that is why Brahma keeps being born. So, Antah salile, pralaya jalam, inside the pralaya jalam, and the time of dissolution, and there is nothing but cosmic water. Now, cosmic water is nothing but ocean of prema, selfless love. It is not our H2O. Okay? So we say ocean and all this. No. It is nothing but prema. That's all it is. The ocean of love, selfless love. That pralaya jalam, inside that, sayanam, lying on this. Okay? Bhuta indriya artha atmamayam, bhutangal, the mahabhuta, panchabhutangal, indriya, the senses, right? And the indriya artha, the sense objects, atmamayam, mind, atma in this case mind, all these completely pervading all this. Guna pravaham, also where the gunangal come from. Pravaham means comes non-stop, unstoppable. And they are utpatti, they come from some place, that guna pravaham. That means this is the prakriti. We saw that earlier, along with column and all that. That sat means that's something that he could cognize. Bhagavan is incognizable, beyond mind, words and everything. But there, Brahmadevan could experience it, right? Jnatum drashtum tat praveshtum cha. We saw that several times in Bhagavad Gita. Swami says that jnatum and drashtum, that experiencing it with the feeling of separation, that bliss of that selfless love. Asesha bijam. Asesha, with one way, without any residue, with it complete. What does it mean? The whole Prakriti operates on Karanam and Karyam, Karanam and Karyam, Karanam and Karyam. Reason, cause and effect, whichever way you look at it, right? So the bijam, the seed for all that, without completely, totally, okay? Te vapuhu, your body, Swayam Dadhyau, Swayam by himself. Dadhyau, he did dhyana, meditated, but he could not really, it says, see you, means the dhyanam is one thing. The feeling of, we saw that earlier, right? The person who is doing the meditation, the process of meditation, the object of meditation. When the person doing the meditation feels separate from the object of meditation, even though he sees it, he experiences it, that is not the same as merging with it. So Brahma did not merge. So he did dhyanam only. Okay? Not samadhi. What is the slokam? Devahuti uvacha. Ata api adaha antas salile sayanam bhuta indriya artha atmamayam vapuhute. Gunapravaham sat asesha bijam dadhyau swayam yat jatara abjajataha. Number 3. Sahayeva visvasya bhavan vidhatte gunapravahena vibhakta viryaha sarghadi anigaha avitata abhisandhihi atme isvaraha atarkya sagasra saktihi. Sahayeva visvasya bhavan vidhatte gunapravahena vibhakta viryaha sarghadi anigaha avitata abhisandhihi atme isvaraha atarkya sagasra saktihi. Saha bhavan eva visvasya sarghadi vidhatte. They give you the final part of the sentence, so you understand it, you will go through by padagal. Saha bhavan eva visvasya vidhatte. That bhavan eva, you only, visvasya, the whole prapancham, sarghadi, the creation, sustenance, dissolution, what they call it, right? Vidhatte, you are the one who's doing that. Then let us see the other part of the slokam. Gunapravahena vibhakta viryaha anigaha avidataabhisandhihi atma isvaraha atarkya sagasra saktihi. All these are adjectives, okay, given to Saha bhavan eva, that bhavan, that you only. Okay. Now what does this padanga mean? Guna pravahena, we saw that. Where the ocean, the source, the origin of all the gunangal that comes unstoppable, keeps on coming, different permutations, combinations, dynamic in an unstoppable manner, even though there are only 3 gunas. What infinite combinations they have, right? And they keep changing. The pravaham, it comes, guna pravahena. Through these 3 gunams, the interplay and the dynamic permutations, combinations of this that takes place with time, through those gunangal, only, remember that. Bhagavan, now he says, vibhakta viryaha. So what happens, these gunangal, vibhakta viryaha, they have the energy, the source, the force that causes division. The one becomes many because of this gunangal. When the gunangal play, the one entity becomes many. Through that, anigaha. Anigaha means one who is actually not doing it. Bhagavan, you can feel the love within us, the conscience with each one of us has the same conscience. You see, the conscience only a witness, it's not doing anything, isn't it? Think for a second. But through the interplay of the gunangal, it divides and does all these actions. So anigaha, the non-doer, avidata abhisandhihi, the one completely established And in Satyam only, Satya Sankalpam, okay, Satya Sankalpam, the one who is Satya Swarupam, Satya Sankalpam, that Abhidata Abhisandhihi, Atma Ishvaraha. The Ishvara means he is the controller, the master of all the beings, both the moving and the non-moving, all the beings, Sarvam Sajivam, everything in Prakriti is God Chaitanya. Bhagavan is indweller and he is the controller and the master. Atma Ishvaraha. Atarkya Sahasra Saktihi. Sahasra means infinite. Atarkya. Tarkam means logic, we say. Atarkya means it's complete beyond our rational ability to understand. You cannot measure it. You cannot count it. You cannot limit it. You cannot even imagine what it is. Unimaginably infinite power, the sources of power and energy and force and energy, Shakti, whatever we want to say, it appears in so many ways, isn't it? That's how much our own imaginary power is so powerful. You would just think, my ability to imagine anything I want, where does the mind get the power from? Think for a second. So this Shakti that we are talking of is infinite and unimaginable Shakti. Atarkya Sahasra Shaktihi. That Guna Pravahena Vibhakta Viryaha Aniyaha Abhigata Abhisandhihi Satya Sankalpam Satya Atmeshvaraha Atma Ishvaraha Tarkya Sahasra Shaktihi Saha. That Bhavan Eva, you only, Swami, Visvasya Sargadhi Vidhatte. You only make all this Sargam, the beginning, the creation, Sarga Adi, the creation, sustenance, dissolution, all these things, you only are doing it through the Gunanga. Even though you are a non-doer, but because the infinite Shakti through the Gunanga interplay, you are doing all this, is what she says. Yeah, Saha Eva Visvasya Bhavan Vidhatte Guna Pravahena Vibhakta Viryaha Sargadi Aniyaha Abhigata Abhisandhihi Atmeshvaraha Atarkya Sahasra Shaktihi. Now she says, Swami, Saha Tvam Bhutaha Me Jatarena Nata Katam Nu Yasya Udara Yetat Asit Visvam Yugante Vatapatra Yekaha Sete Sma Mayasisuhu Angripanaha. This is a beautiful slokam it is. Basically she says, Swami, how come that Bhagavan that you are, you came and lied down in my womb? She says, instead of saying you're born to me, you were lying down in my womb. It's a wonder of wonders. And then she says, why is it wonderful? It need not be. Because at the end of Pralayam, same you, as a child, you're lying down on a leaf, on a vatapatra ekaha. So alila we say. Okay. So you're lying down on it and sucking your toe. The same you. So when you can do that, why can you not lie down in my womb also? Even though it appears wonderful. Okay. Sahatvam bhutaha me jhatarena natha khatam. Nu yasya udara yetat asite. Visvam yuga ante vatapatra yekaha sete sma. Maya sisuhu angri panaha. Angri panaha is beautiful. Angri panaha. Not only is the Maya Sisuhu, the one Maya Sisuhu is a small baby. It's a Maya because of delusion. Swami has taken the form of a small child, Adile Krishnan, we say. So attractive, so beautiful, lying down on a small leaf and floating on the Pralaya waters. How beautiful it is. And what is the child doing, the baby doing? It is sucking its toe. Panaha, it is drinking. What is it drinking? The feet of Bhagavan is where all the bhaktas pour their streams of Ananda Kani, the love, the tears of love and prema, the Bhagavan's feet is washed with it. That is what Ganga is. So when that is, everything goes to Bhagavan's lotus feet only, then how sweet Bhagavan's lotus feet must be, completely immersed in this devotee's love, the water of love. How beautiful it will be. Streams are pouring there. So Bhagavan is enjoying that love. So tasty and so nectarinely sweet it is. So that is the Angri Panaha. We'll continue. Now, Pada Arthandar, before we close for today, because it's unbelievably sweet, such a divine slokam. Okay, we can spend hours on this. Ye Natha, oh Bhagavan, Ye Natha, my master, my protector. Natha means protector. Yetat Visvam, this whole prapanjam, Yetat Visvam, Visvam is in the second line, okay, Yetat Visvam, Yuga Ande, at the Yuga Ante, the end of every Yugam, what happens? A Pralayam. Okay, all the appearances get dissolved and they all disappear, right? So what is left is only the ocean of prema. Right? At that point, Yasya udare asit. Okay, yeah, all this, the whole prapanjam at the end of Yugam, during the Pralaya time, okay, disappears, and Yasya udare, in whose womb, asit, they all stay, which means all this becomes all latent in your womb. Saha tvam, that you, in whose womb, in whose stomach, all the prapanjangal are there latent, that you, me jatarena, in my stomach, in my womb, katamnu mritaha, how did you get born in my womb? Britaha means to carry, right? How can the whole universe is in your womb? How come you were carried in my womb, Swami? Katamnu, how is it? But listen, Vatapatre Angri Bhanaha Maya Sisuhu Yekaha Srite. What happens? Yuga Ande. Again, we can put Yuga Ande here at the end of Yugam. What did you do, Swami? Vatapatre in Alilai, in Banyan Leaf, I think. Not Banyan Leaf, I forget the name. Anyway, Alilai. Angri Panaha, the big toe, okay, and drinking the nectar from it, the nectar of devotee's love, that you are drinking, Maya Sisuhu, with deluding the whole world, like a small baby, so attractive. Yekaha, only alone, Sete, you are lying down. When you are lying down on that small, tiny leaf, yes, you can lie down in my womb also. So it is not, it appears wonderful, but you did something even more wonderful. Angri Panaha, remember that, Angri Panaha, such a beautiful way that we can experience it. So, Saha Tvam Bhutaha Me Chatarena Nata Katam Nu Yasya Udara Yetat Asit Visvam Yugante Vatapatra Yekaha Sete Sma Maya Sisuku Angri Panaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Santit 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 Harihi Om.